there, welcome back to Dolls Amok. It's time for some peaches and cream play. I have been putting off playing with my beautiful peaches and cream doll for far too long. I've been busy. I think it's time to play. This video is for me. It's for any of you who are still thinking about whether or not you'd like to buy one of the peaches and cream collector dolls, or if you've got one and you're afraid of taking them out of the box. This video is to really argue that these dolls are meant to be played with. Without further ado, let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do today is play with the stole and fashion the stole that Peaches and Cream Barbie comes with. This is what she comes with. It's styled on her and kind of attached to her dress in a few different places with some light stitching in her box. And included in the box is this reproduction of a Barbie instruction manual that was made for the original Peaches and Cream Barbies back in 1984, 85, whenever these girls were made. Supposedly, this booklet has instructions for different ways to style the stole. And the way you do that is there are actually plastic snaps at both ends of the stole, and the stole is in actual two pieces, and depending on how you attach the stole to itself and to her dress via the plastic snap in the back of her dress, which is on the back of the bodice right about here. It's a little hard to tell from the beading on the bodice, but it is back there. Depending on how you attach that, you can kind of style that stole in different ways. I did kind of have a go at this when she was new, just trying to figure out the instructions. Personally, I found it a little confusing. I don't mean to be dumb about this, but I was like, which end are we talking about? I kind of had a go at this and I sort of figured it out. So I figured that I would just kind of go through the different styles shown here on the pamphlet and see if I can remember what I did to replicate them. And then once we've done that, I'd like to go through and change her into several other outfits, including the Day to Night Barbie fashion set, the limited edition Barbie set. I believe it is still available on American Girl's website. I got that when I got the doll. So I definitely want to dress her up in both of those, the day version, the night version, and then in several other outfits as well. So this is going to be part play and part fashion show. If you've watched my other fashion show videos, you know that for the purpose of kind of getting through a variety of outfits more quickly, I usually just hold the outfits up to the doll. But in this case, I'm actually going to change her into as many outfits as I can given the amount of daylight I have left today. So let's go! So hopefully I can figure this out. First, let me show you the stole. So it's this piece of, it looks like double or possibly quadruple thickness tulle that matches the colors of her beautiful frou-frou dress. It's kind of meant to be twisted for fullness. If you twist it, it kind of gets more floofy. Both ends of both halves of the stole have plastic snaps. So this half has one female end, I should say one female snap at one end and one male snap at the other end. The other half of the stole has a female snap at one end and two male snaps at the other. So what this means is you can connect one of these male snaps at the end of one half to the other and still have a snap there left over for attaching presumably to her dress. And this is why it's a little confusing, and I find the instructions a little confusing because we do have a snap on the back of her dress. We have snaps at both ends of the stoles, and they're very minimal as to their wording. I guess they really wanted kids to think in the 80s, which is encouraging, but it's also a little discouraging if I find this hard to understand now. So anyway, we are going to open it up, and the first one just says what I just told you, that each half of the stole snaps or unsnaps as shown. The problem is they don't really show you this. So we're going to kind of go through the looks. The first one just says, keep one end snapped to the dress, unsnap the stole, and wrap around doll as shown, snap on loose end. It's a little vague. Okay, we're going to take them at their word. So since we have a male snap on the back of the dress, I'm going to find a female snap on one half of this stole. So this is my female snap. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna do this one. Let's see if I'm right. So this one has, this half of the stole has a female snap here. So let me snap this to the back. So you are literally just playing with me as I figure this out. So be kind if I'm a little dumb about this. Oh, you know what? Okay, right off I lied. The one on the back of her dress is a female, not a male snap. Kind of important. So, okay. So I'm going to find the end that has the 2 male snaps, which is this end. And I'm just arbitrarily, I don't know whether I should use the top one or the bottom one. So we're just going to do trial and error. I am just going to snap the top male snap to the female snap on the back of her dress. And it's a little tricky because it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so I have it on the dress. So keep one end snapped to the dress. I don't know why I say keep because it didn't start snapped to the dress, but anyway. Keep one end snapped to the dress, unsnap the stole from itself, which I did, and wrap around doll as shown, snap on the loose end. A little mysterious, the whole snap on the loose end thing, but I think I know what they mean. So in this picture, can you see that? They're kind of showing it spiraled around her, and it looks like they're going over her shoulders and then around. So let's just try this. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to twist this as I go so I kind of keep it floofy. So over the shoulder, the thing is that we're not showing it passing in front of her. So we have it kind of, okay, we have it kind of around her throat, which is a little odd. Kind of like the dress has sort of big poofy sleeves, I guess. Just bear with me. Hopefully with repetition this will get quicker. And then I think I need to like put both ends together. I don't know why they said to unsnap it because it's like you need to have the ends attached to each other. And keep wrapping. They kind of show this going around her waist. And they actually show it going around twice. So a little odd because I can't get this all the way around her twice. This is the entire stole, and I don't think I can do it. I've got it like lengthened out. I've got it over her, like under her chin, over her shoulders, and I guess there's barely enough for me to kind of come back to the top of the dress and snap it to itself. Let's just see. I think it looks a little weird, to be perfectly honest. So I'm changing my mind about which of the male ends I'm snapping to the back of the dress because I think I need the one at the very end of the stole to kind of reattach to itself. So, okay, this is the first style. Tell me in the comments if I'm being a total dweeb about this, but I think that's more or less what they're showing. What do you think? If this picture here, if we have it kind of spiraled around her, isn't that kind of what they're showing with it, like under her throat? So what do you think? Is it good? Let's see. I think it's a little weird. She looks like a barber pole. But I mean, yeah, it sort of works. I guess you could sort of play with that. I feel like I needed to maybe twist it more so that it doesn't look so like Elizabethan collar-ish around her neck. But okay. That's our first go. Next, we're going to place stole over the shoulder and down one side. So this is the one shoulder look. This should be a lot easier. So I'm gonna unattach it. It's kind of connected around to itself. Remember that end that I said has 2 snaps? So one of those is attached to the back of the dress and the other is attached to the very end as I wrapped it around. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I did. Unwrapping. So now we're going to do the over the shoulder style. So this is this one here. I don't know if you can see that right here. Over the front. Yes. Over the shoulder. Down the skirt. And back to itself. Let's see how we like this. There we go. Okay. Again, not my favorite with the asymmetry, but what do you think? Kind of pretty. It needs to be a little bit more like fluffy. So this one, this style, I feel like if you use the whole stole, you have to really fluff it out. It's fine. It's not my favorite. I feel like this is one style where you could use just half the stole. This is where it ends over here. Can you see that? This is where the two pieces are attached to each other. I think this one you could kind of just do with half of the stole instead of the whole thing and sort of shorten it, and then you get a little bit more floof for your buck. Next, this is the next style here. We can see Barbie modeling this style here. And these don't have names, which is part why I find this pamphlet confusing. Like, I wish each section had a name, but anyway. This is the one you bring it up from behind the waist, up over both arms, and the rest of the stole goes in front of the dress. So I'm gonna unattach it to itself here. And I will just say, like, put your nails in between the snaps when you're unsnapping them. You don't wanna put a lot of tension on the stitching because it looks like there isn't a whole lot of stitching holding this on. Let me do this again. Up behind the waist. So I think this one, they don't tell you this, which is why it's a little tricky. We're gonna unattach it from the back of the dress. I don't think this one we need to have it on the dress. In fact, I think that's getting in the way. We're gonna go like this. So it's all one piece like this. I'm gonna give it a few twirls so we get some fullness. So that's the whole stole. We're gonna go up behind the waist, over both arms, and down in front. And I'm just going to reattach it to itself so the stole is making a circle. I feel like a lot of people were doing this when they got theirs. This is basically what they were doing. This is the style. Honestly, I don't remember how was it styled in the box. It's been a while since she was in the box and I don't really remember how it looked. So remind me, but isn't this kind of what she was styled like in the box? So I think that is that look. So this is just laying in front of her here, and it's just floofy over her shoulder. See if you agree with me on this. Isn't that what that is showing? I think that's what that's showing. Moving on, we're going to do a similar thing, but this time it's going to be in the back. This next one, it says place it under the arm, behind the neck, under the other arm, and down one side. Okay, this is very confusing, but we have it as a circle. What do they even mean? They're showing it like sleeves. Under the arm, behind the neck, under other arm, and down one side. But it doesn't, their illustration completely doesn't match the instructions. I don't see the whole under thing happening. But I will make it under. Their illustration is showing it over. No, I take it back. No, that was just me. I guess that makes sense. And then they said down one side, which is kind of hard to do, but I guess we'll try. Okay. I'm not into the asymmetry. I don't know about you guys. Can you see that? It is a circle, and I'm looping the circle under and over, which is what they should have said in their instructions to make that more clear. I don't like it down one side. I'm just leaving it down in the back, and it doesn't really want to stay unless her arms are up. I think that's kind of pretty. I kind of like that. I don't know about the down one side thing. I think that's odd. That's pretty. I like that one. So that is this one. If you can see the picture, you can see why I find that confusing. So moving on, next it says place stole over shoulder, cross front, and down one side to trail in the back. Why is this not exactly what we did before on number 2? I don't know, but we'll just be game. Okay, so here it is. And they do not show it going in front of either arm. So again, this one depends on the neck area to hold it on, which is a little bit funky. I don't like the whole fluffy collar in front. Personally, if I was wearing this, I would hate that. Hopefully she's not as picky as I am. I feel like this is really similar to one that we've already done. And the whole down one side thing, what does that even mean? It's a circle, so I'm not sure about that, but okay. This is kind of what they're describing, like a necklace, if you think of it that way, and then just sort of floofed out here. What do you think of that? Not crazy about the fluffs under the throat. It reminds me of those awful Elizabethan collars. You know what I mean? Like in Shakespeare's time, they had those stiff ruffs. It always looks like they're serving their head on a platter. I hate that. Now this one, they seem to show it doubled up, which I think would be wise because it'll be much more fluffy. So we're going to take this off. You see that at all here? That's what we just did. Okay, now we're moving on to this one. And it looks like these next couple of styles, the stole is not as long as doubled up. So I'm going to go on that assumption. Place stole over shoulders, around front, and down the back. So I'm going to take the circle and double it on itself and just see what happens. So it's now a smaller circle. So we now have double the ruff under her chin. I guess it kind of works, but again, not sure. What do you think? Okay, it's kind of pretty. Still looks a little bit Elizabethan, but yeah, it works. So down and back, that was simple. That's kind of pretty. Okay, this one is actually not the same. It says to wrap twice around each arm. So for this next one, I'm going to take it off. And it says to wrap it twice around each arm. So there's one arm, and it does show it behind her back. Okay, yeah, I've seen this. I think some people were doing this style. So this is pretty. I like this one. There's her hair. Yeah, that's kind of pretty. That might be my favorite, okay? So it is spiraled around each arm like that, goes behind the neck, and then it drapes down in the back of the skirt. So what do you think? I think that one's kind of pretty. I think that might be my favorite because it's a little bit more full. So that was this one again. I thought it was a doubled up loop, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is. So this is the last one here, which is kind of weird. They're basically making the stole into a bustle. Place center loop of stole over end, snap to dress, and let it hang down. So we're going to use it as a circle, but we are going to use one of those second snaps in the middle to snap it to the dress. See, they don't say snap the end to the dress, which would be the logical place to start. But so I'm taking the second male end on the one half of the stole, and I'm attaching it again to the dress in back. It's kind of hard to do. You kind of have to put your finger behind the fabric of the dress to push that snap together, because it's hard to see since it's clear and her bodice is beaded. Place the center loop over the end, snap to the dress, and let it hang down. So that's what I get. It's kind of not really a bustle because it's a little off to one side. I do like that this is out of her way, but otherwise it's probably my least favorite style. But there you go. That was the stole. What do you think? I think it's really fun that they made this doll a replica of the Barbie from the 80s. I think the play value with the stole is really fun. I love that it encourages people to actually take these dolls out of their boxes and play with them. That being said, I much prefer the dress without the stole. I like the simplicity and the elegance of just the bodice, the beautiful, beautiful bodice with these satin straps, the gorgeous fluffy skirt without the stole. But it is fun to play with to display your doll. So hopefully that wasn't completely confusing and gave you an idea of some of the things you can do with it. Okay, for part 2 of this video, let's try her in some other outfits. So the first thing I did after she arrived, when I was thinking about what kind of outfits she might enjoy, was I bought her a pair of pajamas. So I was looking at her and she's just so incredibly chic and elegant. I named her Ginger after Ginger Rogers. She reminds me of Hollywood and those early films, the black and white films from Hollywood, and Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. Just the makeup and kind of the gorgeous dress and over the top kind of floofiness really reminded me of that era. I also named her Ginger because she's Ginger Peachy. Anyway, I bought her a pair of pajamas, and I was looking at her and I was thinking, what kind of pajamas would she like? I kind of scanned through Mercari and eBay, got an idea of what they were, and I bought her a pair of Rebecca's Be Forever satin pajamas because those I felt really suited her coloring. So I'm going to put those on and you can see what she looks like. So here's the pajamas I'm talking about. They are bright pink, almost like a Barbie pink. It has like this satin edging, which is really nice in purple along the bottom there. It's got some like fancy frog closures, but it's really just a Velcro closure there, and it's got the matching edging there on the ends of the sleeves. It's got the cutest pair of slippers and this little hair ribbon. So I thought it just looked really glamorous and kind of suited her style. So let's see if you agree with me. Now these being satin pajamas, if you have these or you get these, just be aware the Velcro will attach to the fabric and you can get pulls in your fabric that way. So just be really delicate and mindful of what you're doing. There, so cute. All right, I bought these used. I think I got them from Mercari. So there are the pajamas. What do you think? Cute? And I have to show you with the hair ribbon. And I'm just pulling her hair up over her earrings. I did take her necklace off to expedite the changing process. If you're wondering what happened to her necklace, it's in the box. And you can see how adorable she looks. So cute. So there's the ribbon. There's the pajamas. I think she likes them. I think she's really happy with her pajamas. So when it's movie night, she can sit there with me. We can watch Eleanor Powell back in the Broadway Melody movies, or we can watch Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers in Top Hat or Swing Time, and she can be in her gorgeous satin pajamas. And just be careful not to get the popcorn all over her. So we're gonna move on. Let's start with the day to night Barbie outfit set and go from there. I just have to show you how cute her peach underwear are. I love that they match her dress. That is a really nice detail. Reminds me of the old days when they all came with really cute, not generic underwear, but the underwear was like individual, like the Girls of the Year used to have special underwear. I just love little details like that. That's really special. What I'm gonna do is put her hair up to get it out of the way so that it doesn't catch in the Velcro on all these outfits. I'm just gonna get one of my rubber bands here and go ahead and see, it likes to go under her earring and I want to keep it away from her earrings. It's pretty smooth, it's not perfect, but it's good enough for our purposes with her hair out of the way. So there's her ponytail. All right, are you ready? I'm ready. Here is the day to night outfit. Love this box. We're gonna start with the day set. So sparkly leotard is very thin. I'm very worried about the Velcro catching on the sequins. I love that the straps are velour. The little straps at the shoulders of this leotard are actually velour. It's like little touches like that are so nice. So there's the leotard, got that. We're gonna do the skirt. So this is the pencil skirt side. And again, we're just being really careful to try not to catch the tulle in the Velcro. And also to not catch her leotard in the Velcro. Hopefully it doesn't make you wince every time I put her upside down. So there's the pencil skirt. Kind of cute, just like that. Here's the jacket. I love the lining. Really nice. It goes on really easily. It has a real button. Again, be careful with the stitching. Don't put stress on that button. I feel like they don't really stitch things on very well. Look at that, so cute. Hat, day shoes. These are one of my favorite pairs of shoes American Girl has ever made. I love the pointy toes. I love the two colors. So pretty. There we go. So there you go. That is her day side. And then here, are you ready for cuteness? There is the hat. There she is, Peaches and Cream Barbie, dressed up as a businesswoman. What do you think? I love this. I think it is so adorable on her. I've had her in this actually for a couple of weeks, and I just look at her and I'm like, should I change her? And no, because she's so cute. So cute. So she can't really hold these things, but like that's her briefcase. So there's her little briefcase. She can't really hold it. She can put her purse, her Barbie purse, over her shoulder though. So that's kind of nice. I feel like it's really important to have accessories. Speaking of accessories, even though this scarf is kind of intended for the nighttime, I really like it with the day, and I'm going to show you why. I feel like it's very 80s to have a little scarf like this. Not that I was doing much more than running around playing with Barbies in the 80s. It just, to me, seems really to complete the ensemble to have that little scarf off to the side. That is Day. So now we're going to quickly change her to the night side. We're going to keep the scarf on. We're just going to take the jacket off, change her shoes, and turn the skirt inside out. Here are the sandals, the little kitten heel sandals. See that? That the outfit came with for the night side. For some reason, I like the pencil skirt side so much better. You need to see both. I need to see both. So we're just going to flip it inside out, and now, just to be aware of the grabby side of the Velcro, because we've turned this inside out, is now pointing toward the doll, and that means it really can snag the leotard, so you need to be really careful. So I'm just keeping my finger there between the leotard and the Velcro so that hopefully I won't make a mistake. I wish they had used the low profile Velcro, but maybe they felt it wouldn't have been sticky enough and like keep the skirt closed. So pretty. There's that. Let's put her little shoes on. And this would be really cute with her necklace. I'm not going to put it on because we're going to keep changing her. What do you think? Good? Do you like the night side better? Do you like the day side better? I'm all about the day, but I love it. The pink looks so good on her with her eyeshadow. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Her hair color, oh my gosh, so pretty. I love it. So pretty. Okay, we're going to keep going. So I'm going to change her into our next outfit. Okay, our next stop is the Italian Riviera. I feel like when I was thinking about what kind of outfits she would like, I thought of the American Girl travel sets that they made starting in 2020. The only ones that I brought out for today are France and Italy, and I thought let's start with Italy. So this is the one I mean. We're going to change her into this little sundress. Also, I feel like this dress looks a little more mature. It looks a little more adult. And so she is definitely one of my more grown-up dolls with her beautiful eyeshadow. Like, she's not a doll, but I'm going to be dressing in like more childish outfits. So I also love how easy this outfit is to put on. So that is her little Italy-inspired sundress. Here's the hat. I love the American Girl hats, but I don't tend to use them, but I feel like if anybody uses them, she should. It's like completely adorable. The hat though doesn't seem Italy to me. Is it just me? I am certainly no expert, but I'm feeling more like Caribbean with the hat. What do you think? Either way, super cute. I think it suits her. I think the colors are really good. Okay, moving on. Let's go to France. Here is France, this little blouse, this wonderful little pink tweed skirt, pink tights, cute little shoes. So which of these World Traveler outfits is your favorite? I think I have them all. I love, love, love the plaid for the UK. I didn't put it in my pile for today. I just grabbed my top choices because I knew I was going to have limited time and energy for this fashion show. Okay. I like it. This has a little more of a youthful look, so I'll be curious how I feel about that. Let me get these shoes on. Okay. So I don't have any of the Parisian accessories, but there is the Travel to France outfit. What do you think? Is it too youthful for her? Is it chic enough? I think that is completely adorable. One of those rare dolls where I really like the black blouse. I think the pink goes well with her Barbie vibe. Oh, she is such a pretty doll. Such a pretty doll. Oh my gosh, I really like it. It's adorable. I'm going to have a hard time picking favorites today. I might like this one a smidge more than the Traveler to Italy. Okay, moving on. Let's keep going. Okay, we have a couple other orange and peach themed outfits, but before I get to those, since we're on the world traveler theme, I didn't bring out Peru or Japan. They just didn't really call to me, but I do want to try her in Morocco. And I will just say right off that I forgot to grab the scarf and it's in the other room. So this is going to be Sans scarf. Just quickly, you can see her in this rich blue. I really want to see the blue with her eyeshadow. So this is just the sandals and the cute little belt and the t-shirt. There is the colors. This is like really fast doll changing. Usually I take my time. This is mainly how I interact with my dolls, is changing them. For this video, we are moving right along. These are one of my very favorite pairs of sandals that American Girl has ever made. The Morocco traveler outfit, the little, like, I think of it as a sun, and it's like a gold pleather. I just love that. And they have this textured sole. This is something I would love to wear myself. They just seem so summery and happy to me. So there's my very, very, very fast changing into the Morocco outfit. Do you like her in the blue? I would say I think I like the pink tones on her, maybe just a smidge more. But it's certainly true that the blue does make her periwinkle eyeshadow pop. I think the pants are a great style for her. So cute. But there you go. Travel to Morocco. We're going to move right along. Let's keep going. Okay, next I'm going to try her in the Southwest one. This one, I love this. I got it at Christmas time. This is still available from American Girl. I've been really wanting to try this on her, so it's really easy to put on, so I'm just going to throw this on real quick. Right away I can tell this berry color is so pretty. And yes, I prefer it to the blue. I don't think there was anything wrong with that royal blue, but it just didn't call to me. This is gorgeous. So cute. This is one of those outfits when they released it, I just knew instantly I had to have it. The skirt is very flimsy, but something about the ombre effect of the different layers of tulle is so pretty. I'm not into cowboy boots for many reasons, but the leopard print cowboy boots are way too cute. I am not completely 100% sold on them with the skirt, but for her sake and yours, you can see the whole outfit. There it is. What do you think? I think she's killing. I love it. Even though it's very casual with the folded up shoulders and it's just like, it's not fancy, it's just got that plain like crew neck. It looks so good on her. I love that. I love this outfit on her. So far, this is my favorite, as well as the Traveler de France outfit. So this might be my very top favorite. I haven't quite decided. Moving on, let's go. Speaking of boots, this next outfit I'm going to try her in has an incredibly cute pair of boots. Again, they're kind of Western styled, but I love them so much despite that. So this is the one that's the Fun in the City, Travel to the City. I forget exactly what it's called. I think the pink screams Barbie, so I'm going to try it on her. Again, it has a black t-shirt, which isn't my personal favorite. I don't tend to use this a lot separately. And this outfit is honestly a little retro to me. I don't know why I think this, but this reminds me a little bit more of the 90s, and so some of my dolls don't like it. I think she's gonna love it. It's got a jacket, it's got the two-piece thing going on. I think it's gonna be good. So this jacket does not have a front closure, it just sort of hangs closed, which kind of bothers me. I also feel like maybe a little bit more of a city boot and less of a Western style boot, but these are so cute, I really can't complain. There you go. What do you think? Oh my gosh, I think it was made for her. This is so hard to pick favorites. So cute. I love it. So chic. It's just a little bit dressed down. It's not as glam as her day to night set. So I really love that. I think that's adorable. I'm definitely going to be coming back to this one. Love it. Okay, moving on. Let's keep going. Let's try on a couple of the orange peach themed outfits that I have. This one I think is still available from American Girl. It's a romper and I forget the name. It has something like orange in the title. I think it's a pun. So cute, very summery. It's one of those really lightweight, almost flimsy materials. It works so well for what it is that it doesn't bother me. I love the sandals. One of the best pairs of sandals, in my opinion, that they've ever made. So there's the romper, so cute. These strappy sandals, the color, they're gorgeous. And this does have a purse. We're gonna be sans purse, which is a shame because the purse looks like an orange slice. But I have the glasses here, so we can at least have it with the glasses. Isn't that the cutest thing? I believe these are the right glasses. I hope these are the right glasses. What do you think? Isn't that so cute? This outfit I did try on her before, so I knew that I loved it. What do you think? Is it chic enough for her? I feel like this is a little reminiscent of a couple of Mary Ellen's outfits, and it makes me wonder if I should get her a Mary Ellen outfit just because they also have a very put together chic look. You know, that 50s coordination where everything goes nicely together. I do have a couple of Mary Ellen's dresses. So there you go. What do you think? Do you like it? I love it. Great summer outfit for her. So let's move on. Next, we're going to try her in this peach dress. I do not remember the name of this. It was available, I want to say about 10-ish years ago. I believe it came with a headband. I have the sandals. I might be able to find the headband. So again, because this is embroidered lace, just be really careful. And it's also very slim fitting and it has a chic look, which besides the color, I feel like that's why I thought of it for her. But this doll makes me want to try harder to find some of the fancier dressy outfits that American Girl has made over the years. I love these sandals. They are so pretty. They have this little double strap and then they have a little flower. They're actually really easy to put on too, which is nice. But there's just the dress and the sandals. Isn't that pretty? So very much the same color palette as she came in. I feel like it has a more girly, youthful look. I think this is absolutely wonderful for her. So pretty, very delicate, a little younger, a little less fancy, but gosh, she just looks gorgeous in pastels. So I'm definitely going to be thinking what fancy kind of spring type dresses American Girl has made that I don't have for her, because I think she looks amazing in that. Okay, let's move on. Next, we're going to try her in a really fun outfit from, I want to say, the 2010s. It is the 2-in-1 golf and tennis outfit, I think. I'm going to put it together as a golfing outfit. They've made a few tennis outfits over the years. I don't know if they've made more than one golfing outfit though, so this is the one I'm talking about. So it comes with this adorable little polo tank top. I did track it down on the secondary market for a really good price. It seems pretty compatible. So super cute little polo. So just a slightly more yuppie look. This skirt is reversible. So if you wanted her to have that tennis look, I think they just turn it to a white skirt. To me, that looks a little unfinished. I prefer the plaid side. And then it has this adorable little vest, like a cable knit vest. So cute. And I can tell right away, again, the pastels just sing on her skin tone and with her gorgeous eyeshadow. So pretty. I can already tell this might be my top favorite so far. And it definitely has just kind of a timeless look to it. This one is giving me very strong like 1950s, 1960s vibes. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that like the cutest? Look how cute. Look at those little shoes. So they made these fringes here where you can like tuck them inside the shoe. Look at that. Isn't that just the cutest? So for a more casual outfit for her, I think you could not do better. Everything about this. I could even pair this with a blouse, this cute little shell, if I wanted to give her a little bit of a sleeve. Maybe like the white blouse that came with Nenea's volunteering outfit. Look at the pale blue with her eyeshadow. Look how cute that is. I love it. It's so hard to choose a favorite. She's actually quite versatile. I feel like she's looked really good in every single outfit I've tried on her today. I would absolutely love to hear in the comments which is your favorite, but this is one of mine. That is just so cute. Wow, so adorable. Okay, well thanks for joining me today. I did have a couple more outfits laid aside, but I'm running out of daylight. So I'm gonna just kind of finish there on a high note. This is so cute. If you think of other outfits that American Girl has made that you think would look good on Peaches and Cream, let me know. I would love to hear. I'd love to try to track down some. I'd love some fresh ideas. So let me know. Tell me which is your favorite. And if you like the content that I'm creating, it would mean so much for me if you would subscribe to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful week. I hope you have a great week ahead. I hope you make time for play, that you're not like me and getting too busy, but that you are taking time each day to hug a doll, change a doll, do whatever it is that brings you joy. I'll see you next time. Bye.